recording in the magic book. Here's a little Shaggy. Alright, video start. Hey, this is Satellite or Ballad, Solace, and Grief. I was supposed to upload more videos over the past 2 weeks, but I just had a lot of stuff in life happening, so, and it's like 12 o'clock right now, almost 12 o'clock, it's like almost 12 o'clock right now. I'm super tired, but I refuse to keep putting off these reviews or content in general. So, alright, so today I'm going to be reviewing Trippie Redd's last album, A Love Letter to You 3, and yeah, this is actually my first Trippie Redd album. I never really liked him. I wasn't really into trap that much last year at all, so you know, that was that. And this is actually a super interesting project. Like, I did not expect all this coming from what I once considered great value Lil Uzi. The album starts out kind of weird. Topanga, that was the first song that got me interested in it, and that's why I listened to it, because I was just like, if there's gonna be more of this, like this gospel creative trap type shit, yeah, sure. But it wasn't. It was weird. Like, Topanga sounds completely different from any other song on the album. And it's strange. And at first, that really threw me off, and I really wasn't fucking with anything on the album except for the first song. But I kept going back to it and kept going back to it, and now I don't even start at Topanga. Even though that's still kind of my favorite, I just can't listen to it in the context of the album. Trippie's style is just, I didn't expect all this from him. It's like a weird mixture of this like hip hop, and then he has like rock like vocals, and then there's times where it's just really close to R&B. It's a lot more than I expected. Like I said, at first I really was only fucking with Topanga. Then after that, Firestarter grew on me. So that led to me listening to the album more and more. Then after that, Elevate and Motivate. Oh my gosh, that shit is just beautiful. Like, there's times where like I feel like if these sounds were coming from another artist, let's say Etz, I would probably just be like, yeah, this is trash. Not because I hate Etz, it's just because Etz tried doing some of this shit before and it wasn't working out for him, in my opinion. But like, the stuff Trippie does with his vocals, it just works. I don't think he actually rapped on Elevate and Motivate like that, but it had like, I wouldn't say boom bap, but it had a smoother vibe than anything. It was smoother than I thought it would be. Not boom bap, but I mean, I could hear someone like Joey Badass really spilling their heart over it. Oh, actually got bars. Like, I don't know why I keep expecting so little from these artists. Like, he was actually spitting some crazy shit. But oh yeah, to be honest, the album was kind of all over the place. Aside from the fact that Topanga does not fit at all on the album, it might be the best track there, but it doesn't fit at all on the album, so it feels weird starting on that. Aside from that, the highlights are kind of just scattered. Like, none of the songs I necessarily feel are bad, but I think it's So Alive. I think that one, it wasn't like bad, it was just like, it doesn't sound like it. Once again, I feel like if these vocals were coming from another artist, I would just cringe. That doesn't make sense. If the sound that he was going for if the sound he did came from another artist, I would probably find them cringy. But it just worked for him. But yeah, aside from that, I don't really dislike any songs on the album, but the highlights themselves are scattered. The more I listen, the more I fuck with everything on there. But yeah, nothing's touching Elevate and Motivate. Negative Energy, Topanga, Firestarter, 1400 999 freestyle. What's his name? Juice WRLD? I'm not on the Juice WRLD hype this year, but his feature on that shit was nice. I'm not gonna lie. The features on this album in general were nice. Whoever that dude was, +1, +3 or something on Elevate and Motivate, that shit was nice. It sounded strangely like similar to NBA Youngboy, but that's what I thought it was at first. But it was definitely my favorite feature on the album. Is it? Yeah, it's my favorite feature on the album. I'm not sure because it was that one female. I can't remember her name, but there's this other female on the album whose feature is also pretty nice. Tory Lanez, his his feature was also dope. Yeah, just all the features in general. All the features in general were pretty nice on this album. This was very well put together. The songs themselves are nice, but the highlights are like miles above certain songs. Like, I feel like if he had Negative Energy, Elevate and Motivate, and Firestarter, Topanga all in the beginning and all the other shit below it, it really would. You would hear the drastic change in quality. But yeah, I'm really feeling this album. I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, that was my review of Trippie Redd's A Love Letter to You 3. Just take a moment of appreciation for his album covers. I mean, whatever the other shit is. And this year, I mean, him and Tekashi somehow, like, I don't know, they just have amazing album covers. Tekashi managed to have like one of the worst projects this year and the best album cover at the same time. I really feel like Trippie, out of all the rappers to come out in the last 3 years, he's definitely at the top when it comes to potential. I feel like he has, not really, he doesn't really have the style that Ed's had. That's a bad comparison, but I feel like out of all the emo rappers, he's really doing the shit at a higher level. Like, it sounds like he's doing it, but it doesn't sound like he's forcing it, which is my problem with a lot of them. It just sounds like a lot of them are riding the wave, but I guess, you know, he been on the wave, you feel me? So Trippie is definitely one of the best newer artists out right now. Which he's not like, I don't know. Every time he drops a project, I never really hear people talk about it. Like, ever. He hasn't really made a hit yet, but damn, I almost forgot. He was supposed to be on God's Plan or some shit. Was it God's Plan? If it was God's Plan, I mean, Jesus Christ, that's a fuck up. That's a fuck up of all fuck ups. Damn. I hope it's not. I hope it was diplomatic immunity, but yeah. Fuck, I forgot what I was talking about. If he was supposed to be on God's Plan, I mean, Jesus, where would he be right now if he was on God's Plan? Jesus. I'm talking about a bunch of shit that probably doesn't matter because it probably was diplomatic immunity. Shit. God's plan. It wasn't his plan. I'll probably post this on Rap Genius and other forums because that's probably what you have to do to get views. Yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'll have better camera quality soon. And the lighting is kind of fucked up right now because it's night. I'm not sure if the audio is fucked up, but it's like 12, so I'm not trying to be crazy loud with everybody in the house and shit. So, thanks for watching.